Okay. Hello, everyone. So I wanted to introduce my client, Bridget. Bridget, if you would like to introduce yourself, go ahead.
Hey guys, my name is Bridget Karstens. I'm a registered nurse or a full-time registered nurse. I work at the Hampton VA here in Virginia. I've been kind of, playing the weight game as I'm sure a lot of people have, pretty much all of my adult life. I also have type 1 diabetes, so that makes it a little bit more difficult, but thanks to Emily, we've been able to work around that and been very successful.
Awesome. Thank you. So if Bridget, if you want to just tell everyone like what your health was prior to starting with Fit and Fulfilled.
Yeah. So little to my knowledge, I was literally starving myself to death. I had no clue. Everybody tells you, oh, you got to decrease your calories to lose weight. Uh, no, you don't. I was averaging somewhere between 1,200 and 1,400 calories per day, and I was going nowheres. If anything, I was going up. So then when I started looking into this program and they're talking about, oh, you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And I'm like, uh, no, no. You also have to remember, like I said, I have type 1 diabetes. So carbs to me were like a no, no. Don't play with them. Don't look at them. Don't get anywhere as close to them because your blood sugar will go crazy. Oh, that's not true either.
Yeah, it's crazy how that's always the like gear or the outlook on carbs. It's always they're bad, but
Yeah.
glad that we
And
have learned that.
thinking back, I really I was exhausted. I was tired.
Mhm.
I would sleep 8, 9 hours a day and get up and think at about noon that I just need a nap. It was crazy. I mean, people have said to me the other day, so how much caffeine are you drinking? Not very much. Not any more than I was before. But I literally think now, now that I can put all the pieces together, I was literally like shoving myself in a corner and expecting myself to perform, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah, absolutely. So how is this kind of affecting your life as a whole?
It's crazy because like I said, I feel better. Yesterday, I went to an event up in Richmond. We were doing a benefit drive for veterans to raise some money to do some different programs with them. And normally, after about 3 or 4 hours at a place like that, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. So I got there at 8 o'clock and we left at 10:30, and I was still like, are we done? Let's go, let's go, let's go. I mean, I helped them tear down. I mean, normally by the end of the day, I can't even help them tear down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, guys, I love you, but I got to go to the house. But last night was totally, totally different. So just that ability to have energy, I'm kind of driving my husband crazy because I'm always wanting to go. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And he's like, yeah. Because of course, he's still stuck in the old land of way of eating. So he doesn't have the energy that I have. So it's definitely just that alone. And like I was telling you the other day, Emily, I went by the mirror and I went, you're so cute. And I can't remember the last time I said that about myself. So, I've started to think that I'm cute. And of course, if you think that you're cute, then the whole world looks better.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that
Mhm.
outlook. Not only physical, but the confidence that you've gained has definitely been seen for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
So what has been most helpful from the program that's led you to be successful?
You. Knowing that there is, other programs that you do, and I'm a kind of at home kind of person. I don't want to have to be required to go somewheres. I don't have time for that. I mean, I'm just being honest. But anytime that I had a question or a concern, I can reach out to you. I can reach out to the group. You know what I'm saying? And, there's like, I don't know how many, it seems like 5,000 of us on there, but there's not that many, but somebody's always been kind of where you are and can say, hey, Bridget, just hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Do this, look at it this way, this, that, and the other. So I never really understood and believed in a program when they say trust the process. This
Mhm.
one, you got to trust the process. Like I was saying earlier, when you told me, Emily, that you were going to put me on, I don't even remember how many calories did we get up to?
We got up to, what
It was
was it?
over 2,000.
Yeah.
I have never, and unless I was eating,
Mhm.
but I have never eaten that amount of calories. And I am an oddity. My body does things that most people don't. But while we were increasing my calories, I was actually still losing a little bit of weight,
Mhm.
which, was like really blew my mind because how in the world am I eating all these calories and still losing weight? So it just, it's crazy.
It's crazy when your body loves food.
Yeah. Oh, my body always loved food. I just didn't like what it did with
Yeah,
it.
very true. So before joining, were you skeptical of joining?
I was because I thought it was going to be like any other program. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I'm going to pay this money and I'm going to be sitting where I'm sitting 6 months from now and everything's going to be the same. And here we are.
Hmm.
But this program is different. I mean, even before we really got going, you just felt more connected. And I think that's because of the ability to reach out to you, Emily. Like I can send a text message and by the end of the day, I've got an answer. And if
Hmm.
Emily's busy, I can put it in the big group with everybody else and I've got to answer in seconds. I mean,
Hmm.
literally. So I think that's the part that really kind of made me feel that I wasn't in this by myself. You know what I'm saying? I was in this with a group of other people that were like-minded. And you guys know, they what is it? You're the power of the five people you're around. We were actually talking about that in the group this
Yeah.
week. And it's really kind of amazing when you stop and think about the people that you hang around with.
Yeah.
But being in that group really, really helps because it lets you see that, that it's going to be okay. And
Mhm.
there's other people that are further along in the program than you are, and they're just blowing it out of the water. So I think that's the biggest thing. But I was very skeptical, and I'll tell you when you told me you were going to increase my calories, I was like, what? I mean, I was just like, okay. And all I could hear in the back of my head was trust the process, trust the process, I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm gonna do it. We'll see what happens. And yeah, look at me.
Well, you have definitely done very well, and you were very trusting, so thank you.
I had to
So
be.
what ultimately made you join Fit and Fulfilled?
Jen.
Hmm.
I just, I had an information session with her and she told me about the program and everything. And, I mean, results are results because they're somebody else's results, which really doesn't do anything for me. But, after a while, you kind of think, okay, well, if it worked for them, it worked for me. I think the promise of the one-on-one, the promise of helping me develop a fitness plan because I had no clue. I had never done anything like that. And then
Hmm.
she tells me she wants me to do a push-up or something like that. And I'm like, I can't even get my face off the ground. And now I can do like 10. So again,
That's
trust the
awesome.
process.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, Jen is great. She's created a wonderful team and program, and it's been
Oh, it's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. So who would you say this program is for?
I think it's for, and I'm not going to say everybody.
Hmm.
And I think if I said everybody, I think it would be a lie. You have to be willing to literally put your world in somebody else's hand and let them mold it and hand it back to you. And then when they hand it back to you, you have to trust the process that they're giving you. And I know I keep saying that, but it is true because it is so far crazy from what I have always done and been told to do that your brain just goes, there's no way that this is going to work. So
Hmm.
I think it's somebody you have to be willing, you have to be patient because, and this is the thing that I have to tell myself all the time. Look, chick, you didn't put this weight on overnight. It ain't going off overnight. But you have to be willing to be patient. You have to be willing to be trustworthy. And I had a little bit of an issue the first couple of weeks. I was like, okay. But again, I was one of the lucky ones that did actually get to lose some weight while we were increasing my calories. But you have to be those two things. You have to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. If you want a quick fix, go somewhere else. Unfortunately, you're going to try the quick fix and you're going to be back. Because the quick fixes don't work. I've tried every one of them out there, and they don't work. And if they do, you don't feel good. Like I never understood that until now. So that would be my opinion of it. You have to be patient and you have to be willing to trust somebody.
I love that. I love that. So true. So is there anything else you would like to share for anyone who's considering joining the team or just anything else that you would like to share at all?
I think is the best place you can be. And guys, they're not paying me to say this. I have brought a couple people onto the program with me because they're like, Bridgette, what are you doing? And they're doing very well. So, I mean, and it's nice, I've got people that I can reach out to that are like, hey, what's going on? One of the girls is actually in my office. And then the other girl is actually, she's one of my patients. But it's nice to know that you can offer something to somebody that works. And like I said, it's not quick, but man, even if, and I don't know if I can really say this, but I think in my heart I can say this, even if I hadn't lost some weight with this program, as good as I feel, it would have been worth it.
That's awesome. That's
Yep.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for
You're
taking
welcome.
the time to talk about your journey and the program with me. Um, and thanks to anyone who is watching or rewatching this.